Well, our top story tonight, front and center, forced to listen to still grieving families long after their loved ones were put in his care. It's our top story on the WHAS 11 night team, and today in a Clark County courtroom, funeral home owner Randy Langford, accused of mishandling bodies, learned that he would not be serving any jail time in this case. WHAS 11 night team's Connor Steffen and photojournalist Ian Hardwitt have more on the emotional testimony before the judge announced the decision.
Former Jeffersonville funeral home director Randy Langford sitting face to face for the first time with some of the families who accuse him of mishandling the bodies of their loved ones.
Put yourself in my shoes, Mr. Langford. What if this were your only son? Can you imagine the last time you got to see your child was in an almost completely decomposed state because the person you entrusted him with was negligent?
From one future funeral director to a licensed funeral director, I cannot imagine doing this to people who put their trust in you at such a delicate time in their life.
No person should ever be treated in this manner, especially one of our country's veterans. Susie is so much more than body number 31.
While he sat expressionless through all 7 victim statements, Langford later offered up words of remorse.
I want you to know that there's not a day that goes by that I do not regret my decisions, that I don't regret the actions that I displayed.
Langford's funeral home became the site of a multi-agency raid in July of last year, as officers in hazmat suits recovered 31 bodies from the building along with 16 sets of cremains. The business was shut down immediately. You can see the sign that once said Langford Funeral Home is now covered up in black spray paint. On the other side sits a for sale sign. Now, with this sentencing, Langford's funeral director's license has also been revoked. After a year of jail time, he faces a 1-year sentence to house arrest and 3 years of probation. A sense of injustice that's hard to ignore for Southern Indiana attorney Larry Wilder.
And I think that, sadly, there is no way to make things better.
He's representing 18 of the affected families in a class action lawsuit.
I don't think that's very justifiable.
That includes Samantha Lynn.
We're talking about we're talking about bodies here, like real bodies here.
After losing her mom last June, she sought Langford services.
After the sentencing, what do you feel? What's the morale of the sentence?
All right.
I feel pretty upset, pretty angry. I mean, he was literally letting these bodies rot, and I just feel like that should be like a jail sentence, not a probation.
Langford said it was not an intentional act. Rather, he became overwhelmed and struggled to keep up with the business. But for the families, intentional or not, those actions have deeply permanent consequences.
I am permanently damaged. I will never forget what I had to see and witness because of your actions.
In Jeffersonville, Connor Steffen, the WHAS 11 night team, on your side.
While criminal proceedings appear to be over, at least 20 families are still suing Langford, saying they were given the wrong remains. He's also scheduled to appear in court again for a restitution hearing on September 20th. A man is recovering after shooting at the Mid-City Mall parking lot overnight. Police say just before 1 this morning they responded to the shooting on Bardstown Road right in the Highlands. When officers arrived, they found a man who had been shot. He was alert and talking while being taken to the hospital where he's expected to survive. Police say anyone with information is encouraged to call their detectives to help them out. 574-LMPD. Well, take a good look. Range Rovers, Corvettes, a Bentley, even a Maserati. What a collection. This is what LMPD's 6th Division detectives have recovered, and they are sitting in the city impound lot. $3.1 million worth of stolen cars, even an RV. Police say the recovered vehicles were part of an operation involving stolen vehicles from all around the nation. The recovered vehicles range from sports cars to boats. Police say several people were charged in the operation and that the investigation remains open, meaning more charges could be coming in the future. The 6th Division from LMPD covers Audubon Park, Edgewood, Schnitzelburg, and Camp Taylor. Today, a warning, and it's a new one. Some businesses say they've had reports of women being drugged and even sexually assaulted at bars. If you take a look at your screen, you can see the post that is going viral right now. We blurred the picture and the name since the person has not been identified yet as a suspect. However, they are accused of aggressively targeting intoxicated women, switching drinks with them in an attempt to drug them and potentially sexually assault them. We also spoke to the Fox Den in St. Matthews off camera. They told us they're aware of this post and the person. They say they are making sure they keep a close eye out for this individual. Some patrons attending bars around the area told us the report is making them extra cautious.
And I think maybe if somebody, is going to get up for a while, and they're gonna maybe leave their seat, like maybe that like bartenders to keep an eye on like their drink or just any suspicious activity really.
Louisville Metro Police are aware of the post and the person. They say they're investigating this incident. Meantime, St. Matthews Police tell us they're aware of the post as well, but they don't believe any bars in their jurisdiction are mentioned. For the first time, we are hearing and watching the woman cleared in the Shively Animal Clinic shooting explain what led her to fire the fatal shot that killed employee T.J. Taylor. A grand jury ruled that she shot in self-defense, and she is not charged. Now tonight, we have her interrogation by Shively Police on the day of the shooting. The Commonwealth's Attorney's Office says Trent Taylor, the 21-year-old who was killed, was the initial aggressor. The office points to video surveillance that you're seeing on your screen now. During the interrogation, the woman gives a detailed account of what happened on Mother's Day, May 14th. She admits that her emotions were high because she wanted answers about her dog. As Bobby McSwine shows us, she says she didn't expect the altercation to turn deadly.
Is he alive? No, ma'am, he's deceased.
Several minutes of sobs and labored breaths after the woman accused of shooting 21-year-old Trent Taylor in May learned he died. Taylor was an employee at the Shively Animal Clinic where the shooting took place. This video providing a look into the Commonwealth's attorney's decision to not press charges. WHAS11 is blurring her face and not using her name because she was not indicted. She starts by explaining that her dog was sick and she took him back to the clinic after unsuccessful results the first time.
I came back on Saturday and I'm like, it's an emergency.
She says the clinic told her they would keep the dog overnight. She agreed and asked if she could call during the night after being told the clinic operated 24 hours a day.
She's my emotional support animal. I have PTSD, bipolar, and severe anxiety.
Having not gotten an answer all night, the woman, anxious now, says she calls at 7:30 in the morning and someone answered and hung up without providing an update on her dog's condition. She says at 9:30 she called again and was told that her doctor would be in touch. Around 4:30 she says she got a call saying her dog was ready for pickup and the after-hours fee was $150. The clinic closes at 4:30 on Sundays, the day in question.
So I get in there. I'm visibly upset at this point. I'm not yelling and screaming, but I'm visibly upset.
She says she was then told she would have to wait an hour for her dog's release. Frustrated, but she says still speaking calmly. She says she tells the woman in scrubs that she wants her dog and she wasn't paying for the service because she wasn't happy with it.
And she was like, well, we're going to call the Shively Police Department. I said, please call them now.
After that, she says the staff started discussing the situation and she stuck her foot in the doorway to hear them.
So I'm sitting in the doorway, the lady comes up, she pushes me. I said, she just put her hands on me. So my wife is like, who put their hands on you? Like, calm down, calm down.
She says Taylor pushed her again and that's when her wife got involved. After that altercation, video shows Taylor running outside, then coming back to swipe at the shooter's purse while she was rummaging through it. The couple then goes toward the door, and that's when she says Taylor hits her with a traffic cone and a rake and begins fighting with her wife.
At this point, I'm going to defend us. I'm going to shoot because you just beat the shit out of both of us. You just beat the shit out of both of us. I didn't threaten anybody before that. I didn't pull my gun out.
She tells the detective she also didn't tell anyone she had a gun and it was hidden in her purse. Minutes later, she demonstrates how she shot Taylor.
He's beating the shit out of her, beating her to the wall. So I'm standing this way like the chair. I'm grabbing her up like this, trying to pull her away from him. And then I just hurried up and did it because I didn't know, like I panicked. I didn't know what else to do.
So was it close range when you did it?
It was close range.
She says she and her wife were left with bruises and cuts on their faces. In Louisville, Bobby McSwine, the WHAS 11 night team on your side.
You may have seen it. We talked to Trent Taylor's dad in a one-on-one interview this week on WHAS 11 News. He told us his son should have never died over a dog, that he was trying to protect his co-workers and stepmother, who also works there. Lawyer David Maurer says he will file a civil suit.